is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic night. Woo! What a game that was. Thank you for tuning in to the Postgame show. The Eagles with the victory. 7-2, baby. Number one in the NFC. Best time for the best record in the NFL. And look, I know it wasn't pretty, and I understand a lot of people are going to be upset about a lot of things. And I was actually coming here with a lot of things I wanted to say. Got really thrown a curveball here with the way Nick Sirianni just decided to go for it on fourth down there. Didn't like that. Would have preferred to punt the ball. We got a great punter, and Braid Man could definitely have pinned him at least within the 20, you'd think. I think he could get him in the 10, but regardless, okay. Wow, really a close call there, but wouldn't be an Eagles game without a near heart attack. So, oh my, thank you for tuning in, hitting the like button, sharing, subscribing, becoming a member of this family is something I always cherish, each and every one of you. Look forward to these. You know, we talk about a pregame, and a lot of you, had some wild score predictions, but a bunch of you were with me on the train that I believe this team is the best team in the NFL. We're going to win the Super Bowl. I totally believe my prediction from last year that we're building a dynasty. Yes, but we knew going into this game it was going to be a tough one, right? We're 5-0 now with Nick Sirianni after the bye. Great job, but a battle to the damn death right down to the last second, and we knew it could definitely be like that. And oh my Lord, was it. So close game, but an exciting game. Hope you all enjoyed it, but let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Glad I could just breathe a little sigh of relief. 7-2, man. You got the Lions Sunday Night Football next week. What a premier game for Jalen Phillips. Oh, baby. We were excited to get him back, or get him and then get Nolan Smith back. And, oh, yeah. I enjoyed all that. Lynn, China, Little G, X-Dog, Drew, my man. Let's effing go. Appreciated all of you taking the time here tonight. Let's go. Oh, my God. So, again, we talked about this all week. A really good defense. Don't be surprised if we struggle, but let's have a balanced game, a run attack, a pass attack. And I saw those things at times. And then the stupid mistakes, the turnover, definitely at the beginning of the game where you get things going. You're like, all right, here we go. And then things just stall, right? It was definitely pretty crappy. But you had Brett Toth at center and Fred Johnson going in a tackle, and it's always next man up in these parts, but you see these issues. And again, we know the Packers are, a top 5 defense, and their offense is good. But luckily, this defense was able to hold them for most of the game, held them to 7 points. So thank the Lord. This Eagles offense only putting up 10. It sucks, but it's something we talk about, during this week. Don't be surprised if this is, more defensive oriented game, and it was. And look, I'd love for every game to be this super high scoring offense. That'd be awesome, but unfortunately not the way it goes. Not happy with the offense. The defense massive win, get better at offense, Super Bowl grand talking. Well, that's the thing. You picked up Jair, you have Ja'Cory Bennett coming back, you have Michael Carter. And one thing, I know a lot of people try to argue with is the fact that we're getting healthy and going to be better. And I think people are finally starting to understand that, as you see here, and that's great, because that's what I'm trying to get across to everybody that, wants to jump ship, fire everybody. This team is still the youngest defense in the NFL. Going to get pieces back. Just traded for a bunch of pieces. Got to give them time to get acclimated. A lot of people, why aren't they starting right away? Because this is not Madden. I wish they were. But we're going to get things together. This offense, obviously, going up against a tough defense isn't going to, have super stats and all these things. But what you did have was the plays when needed, thank God. And I'll take that. The Devontae Smith bomb was awesome, dude. Smitty showing up, that's what I want to see. So, look, got to continue to hope that we get healthy. Cam Jurgens, be great to have you back. Lane Johnson, hopefully you're all right, but only time can tell us that. So we'll see. I guess, for me, I still just believe in this team because of the fact that we have really good coaches. We have good players that know how to, do these things. And I know a lot of negativity from, Dre here, no next man up. but it is, man. You have to understand that these guys are professionals, and it isn't Madden where like the game's over because you don't have this, that. No, dude. Just like you saw all these weeks, leading up to this, we had a lot of injuries, and we have a lot of injuries here. But to me, these guys were going to have a tough matchup regardless. We talked about this all week. So I'm not going to jump ship, not going to lose my mind. I think Jalen Phillips definitely needs to stay. And we talked about that. If he stays healthy, you just got yourself a premier edge rusher. So that's one thing. I'm so happy to see this defense holding them to 7 points. That's where I'm going to hang my hat for this week. The offense, you hope that next week against a defense like the Lions can really show you something. And, you hope that our defense can show you how good they are. And they had their times where they the tackling. We talked about this. Josh Jacobs is a tough running back. They're going to run hard. Musgrave's going to do his thing. Just too many times where even Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean had moments. And look, this is the NFL. Things are going to happen, man. But I think it's, again, mixing these corners up, adding new pieces, and things are going to be different for people. And a lot of edge work for Campbell. And I think that this team has got a lot to work on, obviously, because it's the NFL. And each week you're going to have that, man. So, and I'm not saying you're necessarily talking about Madden, but what I'm saying is that is the general consensus when you get this shit. And it's insane, man, that people are always, losing their mind about everything. And look, I understand, there are struggles with this offense to start the year. You have a new offensive coordinator, those things are going to happen. You can't have, everything all at once. And I understand the frustration because I'm pissed off all the time. And I talk about these things each and every day, each and every week, because that's what it's all about, breaking this thing down. And I told you there was going to be struggles. So it's okay to be upset. I'm not saying don't do that. But when you see people losing their mind on social media, as you do, and right away, it's like, holy shit. Like I saw it in this game. And it's like, dude, I don't know why people listen to whatever they listen to or whatever they're doing that they think, these guys right away need to be starters. These people need to do, all these things. It's insane, man. And look, exactly. That's what I'm talking about right there. Winning in the NFL is hard. And all week we prep for this. Hey, man. And what did I say? For those of you that watch here every day, look, do not let these little shitbirds out here come in here and start talking about, how we didn't do this and didn't do that. And why didn't this guy play? Because, it was a close game. Oh, why was it a close game? The Packers are good, man. And they gave us a close game. As we talked about, it was 34-29 in the first game we played them last year. Then it was 22-10. Like, we knew it was going to be close. And this one, a very stupid decision at the end of the game to go for it. You keep them like, it shouldn't even have happened. But we have seen, right? That's what I'm focused on. We've seen what they can do, and you just got to clean stuff up. I talk about it all the time. You're only going to beat yourself, and almost did that. So stop doing that stuff. But Chris, it was a great test for the defense, and Jacobs is a very good running back. Love is a good quarterback, and he's like one of the best ever. His win percentage in comebacks. So I was a little concerned when you gave him some time there. That really was like, what? Because they just stopped them. The Eagles love doing that, man. Wouldn't be an Eagles game without a heart attack, right? So, oh my God, I'm just glad we got the win. We're 7-2. We're atop the NFC, and again, the Lions are next week, and then you got the Bears, then the Cowboys. So some tough matchups. I think the Bears, you should definitely be able to whoop that ass, but we'll see. Dank, my man, appreciate you tuning in. Liz, let's effing go. Oh, what a game. What a game. You guys were tuning in this week. We talked about going to be a close game. Might be a boring game. Might be going to need to go to the hospital game. And that's what it was. And I hate that. I really do. I wish, we were able to just be putting up 50 points on everybody. But Halfley's got a really good defense. Someone said before this game, they had a pretty ridiculous score prediction. And we talked about them being soft. And look, like I told you, I don't think that's the truth at all. I think really good defense. And, with Hafley there, they've really changed because when they had Barry, that's more so Vic Fangio defense. With this style defense, you saw more, single high kind of cover 1, cover 3, man, kind of sticking it to you, and they came after us. And I think that Parsons tried to do his thing, had some disruptions, but didn't do much of anything. So with Lane hurt, Cam hurt, you just do what you can, man. So we'll see. Slept through the whole game, dude. I really, that's crazy, no doubt. First out, seeing Jackson and cornerback too. He's been up and down. It's so weird. We talked about how much I was flipping out the first few weeks, but the guy had to give him his due. He definitely tuned things, up, and look, even against like the Chiefs. Remember, he actually did all right. So it was like, hey, well, I used to like Adoree Jackson, but that was like 57 years ago. So I just never have liked that. And Kaylee, it's like, oh my God. And I knew Alexander, not a great choice. Ja'Cory Bennett did not come off of IR. Carter's not going to be ready. You can't just learn this defense and be ready. You know what I mean? So he did okay, but you're right, ups and downs. But it's definitely scary when you see him out there. Got pressure. Definitely got a lot of pressure. We got sacks, man. We actually got some sacks. We talked about this team did not really give up sacks, did not, turn the ball over. And man, I was really proud of this defense tonight, and definitely had some stupid plays where I think over time they continue to grow together. They'll be all right when it comes to, the playoffs here. But offense looked stale last year at the Buyers Browns. Yeah, man, and you just keep growing. Each week you learn, you get better, and we got pieces back. This week we talked about getting that pass rush going. It is so pivotal for pretty much any defense, but for this defense to work, if you're going to play the way you do without having a blitz and being able to cover all these people that, NFL likes to, be a passing league with all these pass catchers. If you like to do that and play the way we do, you got to have, a 3-4 man rush. We haven't been getting that. We've got people now, man. Nolan Smith's back and, limited it seemed. And obviously Jalen Phillips is out there wreaking havoc. Loved it. But I'm excited. Jalen's on my dog doing his thing. Yeah, Uche, Brandon Graham was out there. He's back. It was cool, man. I enjoyed it. And, Phillips was definitely incredible. I had a great time. Jersey Smitty, hell yeah. My last name is Smith, so I was like, well, you got to realize it was a culmination of things, Dre. I used to write, and I wrote an article about Devontae Smith and why the Eagles should draft him. That was my dog. I loved him. I don't care. Oh, too skinny. Shut up. Not too skinny. So we got him. Right away. I had to get that jersey. So I've had it. Love it. It's my good luck jersey. So no doubt, brother. I was excited to see that catch tonight. To get home as much as we should. D-line looked like it's going to be crazy. Yeah. And that's it, and that's what I'm talking about. And I know it sucks to say here, like, when I saw that there's hope. But no, dude, you know what I mean? It actually happened. At least you're not a team where you're like, I wish we could, right? We're getting pressure. And we've talked about this all season, actually, because we have gotten pressure. We just haven't gotten the damn sacks. And tonight, they were disrupting the play, getting their hands up, batting the ball down. Jalen Carter. Jalen Phillips, everybody. I was pretty pumped up at times, man. So I'm going to ride that wave and try to pretend the end of the game the way it ended. I know the media is going to run with that, but no. I'm excited, and I saw signs of hope. And if Ja'Cory Bennett or Jair Alexander, I think Michael Carter either way will be a part of this defense as, that dime cornerback, or, we talk about in certain packages, maybe play a little safety, a versatile defensive back that fits exactly what Vic Fangio likes to do with some of these guys that fit that CJ Gardner-Johnson mold, as I like to call it. Drew Makuba plays that. And we have a plethora. Cooper DeJean is the guy we wanted because he does that, and we drafted him for that reason. These guys fit what we're trying to do here. And, getting a guy like Michael Carter II, I think, was huge. And it's another depth piece, too. You never know what can happen. So we'll see. Remember how complex Fangio's offense, defense? Yeah, I knew what you're saying. But, dude, I know, and I have a video. If you haven't checked it out, man, go check it out. Last year, I did this every year. We got a new D coordinator because wanted people to understand the Fangio style defense and how intricate it is and how complicated things are and the keys and just everything that goes into all the adjustments they have to make within a play and why they're doing certain things and how I label guys edge guys and interior D linemen, and I don't give it left or right corner or, well, I mean, we do with that because guys don't move and guys don't, there's no free safety, strong safety. These guys have to be able to do, a lot of the same things the other guy does. So there's no Sam or Will. It's just you're an outside guy, you're an edge. That's why we call it that. No defensive end, outside linebacker. I don't confuse it because we talk about the fact that this is such an intricate defense. And when I broke that defense down year after year, people were just so confused in the media. And it drove me crazy. So I would try to send it to them, get them to watch it. And then that one last year, it was one of my most watched videos. I'm glad you guys liked it, but I showed you the graphics with the players and how you can move them around, what you could do. And it was fun. And you can continue to see how each week you match up differently against certain offenses. You can do different things, and having different players is a really good thing, right? And having these versatile players that can move around is awesome. So I've been really pumped up about this youngest defense in the NFL continuing to grow, get better. Maybe Brandon Graham messed that formula up. I'm probably still the youngest, but I think that they'll get better. This offense will continue to get better, and I saw signs of life in this offense once hopefully the line is healthy. Or you talk about getting a guy like Willie Lampkin back. Could he help with Juergens? And I thought Brett Toth has been all right, but Mailata had stupid mistakes. Fred Johnson did okay. So it's, hey man, Packers are a good team. I'll tip my hat to them. A great game. They wanted to get their get back after the 2 ass beatings last year. Talked about it. Going to be a tough one, but we got our win. Let's go. Need to make it back. Cold weather, gritty win. Yeah, Chris, what did I talk about before this game? These are the kind of games that build a champion. And I just talked about it at the beginning of the show. This is the type of game where I'm happy about it. Good teams find ways to win bad games. And this wasn't a bad game. I love what they said at halftime. Oh, it's been one of the most entertaining 0-point games. And it was. I love defense. I love watching, how good this defense was tonight. Really got me excited. We know how good this offense can be. We know they can't, A.J. Brown getting traded. They have to stop it. But, can they cut him and take all this dead money because they're morons? No, we're not going to do that because they are morons. So we'll be all right. D-line. So much better because you got guys back. And imagine when Brandon Graham gets up to speed. And I don't mean really necessarily for the edge, but the fact that he can play interior edge guy or interior defensive end where he's pass rushing, and I think that he could still do that. 5-8 snaps a game, great. But Marlon Jomo, Jalen Carter, they do need rest at some points. And I don't know that really Brandon Graham needs to stick around too much if guys can stay healthy because we talked about it. I love Nolan Smith, and I obviously love Jalen Phillips. Very big fan of Jalen Hunt. Now they got Jihad Campbell playing there too. Oh, no doubt. But you've still got Uche and, BG, and now Patrick Johnson got elevated, but you don't really need to use him much. So a lot of promise there, and that's what we need to hear. That's what we need to hear. Detroit next to, yeah, man, that's what we were talking about here, Joe. So I'm ready for it. We'll be talking about that Tuesday behind enemy lines, getting to know those Detroit Lions. AJ only had 2 balls. 13 yards, I think it was, right? AJ had himself, a day of blocking. But we got ourselves a win. Devontae got himself a nice touchdown catch. That's what matters to me. That's what matters to them. Let's continue to build on it. Go Birds, Gene. Appreciate you tuning in. Another scathed for the most part. We saw Darius Cooper was hurt at the beginning of the game, but he was all right then. We did have a couple of guys, Lane Johnson banged up, but he came in at the end. That I don't want to see that ever. So we'll hopefully, just continue to stay healthy throughout the end of the season. Get ready for this playoff run, man. It'll be here sooner than we know it, right? We still got 7 more weeks to go, right, before the playoffs start. So we got to get ready for that. Stay healthy. We used all 3 backs, I thought, well at times, but sometimes you get too cute. It just was what it was. But, we'll talk more in depth about it when we see the snap count. I get to rewatch some things, and, we'll have ourselves a nice little victory Monday. It's felt like forever, so it'll be nice. I know it's only been a couple weeks, but was nice to have football back. It'll be nice to be breaking that down, and it'll be nice to be talking about how we're going to beat the Lions' ass on Tuesday. So we'll break all that down behind enemy lines. Wednesday, we'll have that initial injury report, so we'll know if anything's going on, or Ja'Cory Bennett needs to come off of IR by Wednesday, or his season is officially over. That's what that 21-day window means. When I, always talk about that, where the 21-day window is open. That means they can practice for up to 3 weeks, and then at one point they have to be taken off of IR, activated, and if they're not, season's over. So pretty simple. We'll hope he's ready to compete. We would like to see that. I would like to see that with Jair Alexander and Michael Carter added to this room. Makes you feel a little more comfortable than Kaylee Ringo and Adoree Jackson. Maybe Jackson gets cut. But he played okay, and you want a veteran around, and definitely to help these guys learn this system for now. So we'll see what the Eagles decide to do. Keep all 37 corners, or I don't know. Tiffany, glad you made it to a live. It was definitely a gritty win. And Dylan, appreciate you tuning in. All of you that took the time here. Whew, almost midnight here. I was glad it didn't go into overtime. I am so beat up, and they always got to do me dirty like this. All of us. Always. It's always going to be like this. Just so you guys know, if you're younger, just be prepared. Even if we're the best team in the NFL, like we are right now, they're still going to do this to you forever. It's our signature. A little heart attack sprinkled in on the side there. How do you like that? They love to do it to us. I'm going to be 40 soon. That's insane. God help me. But I've been doing it all my life. And it used to be a lot rougher back in the day because usually we'd lose. So enjoy this. We're 7-2, number one in the NFC. We're going to get that number one, that bye. We're going to be able to relax, have that home field advantage. And we're going to whoop some ass, go win that back-to-back Super Bowl, and build that dynasty that we talked about last year before the season started. They're building it. If you build it, they will come. And I promise you they will get their ass beat. So let's go, Birds. Yeah, dude, we got a lot, but we got to figure it out, right? So let Vic be a little mastermind like Charlie, trying to figure it out. Always Sunny. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out who wants to be that corner with Coop and Quinn Yan. Is Michael Carter the second that good that you just have to put Coop outside? I hope not. I love Coop as the nickel. But Jair Alexander would be great if you could get back to all-pro form. He was actually pretty decent just last year when he was with the Packers. Just sucked ass for the Ravens, and, well, they're really bad. So, I don't know, one of those things where it's like, oh, he played for a bad team, so he didn't want to play, hard, and that's why he didn't. It's like, well, dude, I don't want some dude that's a bitch. I don't want Carson Wentz at corner. I don't want somebody that sees a little bit of, competition and folds. That's not what I want for my Philadelphia Eagles. I want fighters, baby. And, well, who wants to fight for that cornerback 2 job? And that's going to be a big thing this practice. These guys have been here. Hey, they got their interviews. Lockers are set up. Got my number. That's cool. That's awesome. Get your ass in some pads. Let's find out who wants to be that guy. Who wants to go help win this Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles? So, they're excited to be here. They should. Jalen Phillips, what did I talk about before this game? All week, actually, don't get pissed off if you don't see Michael Carter and Jair Alexander. They're corners in a Vic Fangio defense. Going to take a little more time. A little more. We've got it. I know you didn't want to hear me say Adoree Jackson or Kaylee Ringo would be there, but we've got someone there. Edge, we need help now. That's why you traded a 3rd-round pick to get Jalen Phillips. Vic Fangio knows him. He knows the system. You get him right in there. You're going to see a lot of them. Didn't think it'd be that much and he'd make that much of an impact. Let's go! But I was very, very excited about Jalen Phillips, and I think he had 6 tackles, tackle for loss. He had that fumble, a fumble recovery. Yes! Jalen Phillips, welcome to Philadelphia. Go Birds! That was fantastic. I'm not going to lie to you. Loved every second of watching him on the field tonight. Whew. Nolan Smith healthy. It looked like he was getting his reps monitored there a little bit. But, hey, flagged him the tush push. Getting, that was cute. That was nice because they're obviously the team that came at us with that. And today just felt like such a the officiating was not good. I'll be real with you. Definitely missing ones for them, too. Not afraid to admit that, but that was a battle to the death. And some close calls by the refs there to help them out. Carter on special teams, promising know what big things about special teams. Dude, they always do, Chris. They're out there, man. Our starters, you will always see them on special teams. We do not mess around all three phases of the game. Now, where Vic does not want them is in the return game. Someone like Coop, do not. But Jalen Carter, he's actually had some big blocks for us. He's done some really special things over the time. Just this year, just a couple of weeks ago, had that block field goal. So I think I'm with it, dude. I want to win in any way you can impact the game, and they do, man. Do it. So let's go. Going to be a rough one. It is. And hope you enjoy your day, Drew. I know it's 5:55 over there. Make yourself a little wish. Back to back. Let's have it go. So, but I'm excited for next week. I hope you guys are too. But tomorrow we'll have a little Victory Monday. We won't leave this victory in the wind just yet. We will celebrate tomorrow our 7th victory. We will talk about the updated NFC standings, all that great stuff you guys want to hear and talk about. And then we'll talk about on Tuesday our next opponent. We don't sleep in these parts. So I've seen some new members, some people enjoying the videos. Really can't thank you enough for the kind words. Really glad that you guys have enjoyed the content. I do this every day that I possibly can. Get every video I possibly can, every piece of information out to you. You can see all the platforms I use. You want to follow me, make sure you don't miss the show because all of these platforms hate me and will not give you notifications, just letting you know. But if you find a way, you're always welcome here at On the Road to Victory. So I love you guys, all of you sickos. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a great start to your week today. Oh, what a Monday. But definitely going to keep me up a little bit. My mind's racing, got a lot. I want to break some things down. I already want to rewatch, see if there's any kind of even just replay right now. So, oh, what a game. A lot to build on, though. A lot of positives. I see this team still building that Super Bowl champion by the end of this regular season, getting this team on that run, ready to go beat some ass in the playoffs and win that Super Bowl, man. That's what it's all about. So you learn now in the season. I'm perfectly fine with a tough game against a really tough team. Let's go, Birds. Let my Birds try to play. Hey, man, tough team. Great show. Hey, really appreciate you, Tiffany. If any of you missed it, just tuned in, you want to hear the rest of what we talked about, go check it out, the rerun, if you would like. Love to hear from you. Always down to talk some Birds, but I will be back tomorrow to talk about this again with a little Victory Monday, which I know you guys all love. So make sure you bring your questions. Got a little something I'm going to post in the morning to you channel members. If I remember tonight, I'll try to, but would like you guys to have a little fun here for Victory Monday. Oh, hell yeah. So a win is a win, and we're ready to celebrate tomorrow, and then we'll be on to talking about those Lions next week on Tuesday. So love you guys. Have yourselves a great rest of your Monday night. If you guys need anything other than, talk football, you can reach out. Does not always have to be about the Birds. Always here for you guys. Really tough times going on right now, man. Lot going on. We'll just leave it at that. But I would like you guys to know that you have someone here that would do anything I possibly could to help you out. You need anything I can do, please feel free. You don't have to say it here, obviously. Here, I guess. I'm lost always. Reach out. Any of these, message me. Some of you have my phone number. I'm always here for you guys. Maybe just mentally you're going through something. I want you to know I'm always here for you. And the Eagles, this is my escape, even though you see what they do to us mentally, physically. Holy, I feel like I just played the game. But we all go through stuff in time. And I use this platform to just let you know. I'm not trying to preach to you, tell you I know anything. Just been through a lot myself and always try to be there for everybody. Try to do what I can to guide you guys in the right direction to getting on the right path in your life. I love you guys, and I want you to know I always am here for you. I know I'm a busy man, but never too busy for you. If I ever miss any messages, anything, I always tell you. Reach out again. Let me know. Always here because I love you guys. And tomorrow, I'll be back. So if you need me, until then, reach out and love it. Little chant going here. On the road to victory. And Chris hits you with it. EAGLES. Eagles. Let's go. Number 1 in the NFC. Let's go. Just keep it up, man. Keep growing. Build on this. And no one can stop us. But all I've got for you. If you enjoyed this show, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this bad boy. Subscribe down below and join the family. I'd love to have you. You guys hyping this video up. Can't thank you enough for that. becoming members of the tipping and the whatever you're doing. You guys are nuts, man. I get these notifications. I'm like, what? You guys, it means the world. I do as much as I can, try to put as much content. I obviously lack a lot of, tools to do a lot of things, but I try to give you as much as I can with my words, my graphics. I love you. I hope you appreciate it. If you do, can't thank you enough. Just want you to know I love you. So have yourselves a great rest of your night. Until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, sickos. Go Birds!